Hey everyone, this is Zach Wiley with Zachary Daniel Concrete again. So I just wanted to walk you through a grind, stain, and seal, and maybe why a customer might choose this over another floor. I would say almost every concrete floor could have a grind, stain, and seal down. Whether you have an existing floor system like an LVT or a tile, then maybe we need to rip that up, or maybe Hurricane Helene came in and pulled it up for you, but now you're left with all this glue. We can grind everything off and resurface concrete to the point of it looking fairly new, brand new, or even better than when they first installed it, just by the act of us coming in and grinding and honing your concrete. So almost any floor can be a candidate. Usually when you're not a candidate is if you have very weak and deteriorating concrete, or if your concrete is broken, damaged, and there's so much damage that when we apply a stain and a sealer, it's really not going to hide any of that damage, and if anything, it's probably going to amplify it. So that's kind of when we would say maybe we should steer you in the direction of an overlay system, or maybe a true coating system like an epoxy or a polyaspartic or whatever that may be, where we can kind of just give you a brand new looking floor via a coating or via an actual cementous product such as an overlay, and then maybe apply a sealer or a stain on top of that. With the epoxy, you have all sorts of color options. Usually it's a solid color. If you want to go crazy and do the metallic epoxy route, that's awesome. It's a great decorative floor system, but it's very expensive. It's very hard to do. So usually we would steer you in the coatings direction if you have a lot of damage or you just really need a new facelift for your concrete. But if your concrete's in great shape and you really just need to kind of scrape off the top layer, make it look brand new, and then apply some decorative to it, that's really where the grind, stain, and seal comes in handy, or is the right decision. So, we're doing a grind, stain, and seal right now, and this concrete right here, it's in great shape, other than we are dealing with a moisture issue, so we have to let this concrete kind of bleed out the moisture before we continue. But this floor, it was a brand new build, but it did have a cure and seal additive to the concrete, and that's something that we actually don't like to see. It just makes our lives harder, and we have to scrape it off and get it off, and it never really looks very good. So, when a contractor adds that in, they're trying to help you out, and that's great, but unless they do it really, really well, and the floor is perfectly clean and stays clean, a lot of that stuff can just kind of get baked into your concrete and look nasty after a while. So we generally recommend have us come out afterwards and even just apply a topical sealer. Once you're ready to go and you're just about to move in, we can stain and seal your concrete right up to make it look beautiful, and then let us worry about that finish work and making it pretty and making it clean, so you can just move in without any sort of headaches. But again, if you have concrete it's fresh and it's clean, great, we'd love to stain and seal it. If you need concrete that needs to be resurfaced and has some glue on it, or has some whatever on it, call us up. You're a great candidate for a grind, stain, and seal. But again, if you have a lot of damage to your concrete, that's just where we need to focus on maybe another method or a different application entirely to try to shore up your concrete and then reinstall something that looks like a brand new topical type coating, or even an actual overlay, which is about a 1/4 inch thick of a concrete type material that we can stamp, stain, and do otherwise.